Good day and welcome to Professional Skills 2 Lesson 13, where today we are discussing the GROW model of coaching. And this covers coaching for the workplace or for personal matters too, so you can use it professionally and you can use it in your private life too. It's great for everything, really. So in this lecture, we're going to look at the GROW model of coaching. And like I've said, we're going to be using it for cases of professional and personal development. So the GROW model of coaching is defined as, or the role of the coach anyway in this model, is that the coach's role is to have meaningful conversations with others, helping them to fulfill their goals and dreams. It involves asking them key questions, celebrating success, giving encouragement, and offering accountability. So these words are big for a reason. Go through them and see if it resonates with you. So the GROW model stands for goal, reality, options, and way forward or will. So goal, what do you really want? Reality, what is happening now? Options, what could you do about this? And way forward, what are you going to do from here? So the process of GROW starts off with your goals. You start with an end in mind. You look at your preferred future and the reason for wanting to go there, and you agree upon a result with the person that you are coaching. So you establish the goal, you identify the behavior that needs to be changed, and then you set a goal, which is something that you want to achieve by the end of the coaching session. Not necessarily in the next hour, but at the end of the time of coaching. Please refer back to the elements of a goal that we discussed in the last couple of slides, because this is important to set goals that are in line with this. It's really important that the goal is measurable, because how else will you assess whether it's been achieved or not? In addition, this goal needs to fit into the bigger picture. So how does it align with broader work or life objectives? Next is the reality. Now it's your role as a coach to listen and uncover what the person is going through right now. They give examples of where they are. You uncover the facts. You look at what the cause is. And you discover how they feel. You uncover their assumptions and their beliefs about their current situation. So first of all, you start off by asking the person you're coaching to describe their current reality. Where are they now? What are they feeling? How are they working through their lives at the moment? They need to know what their starting point is. They need to vocalize it, because often things don't really feel too real until we put them into words. And from this conversation, you can see what they have to work with. What is their starting point? They might be missing some vital information that will stop them from achieving their goal, and maybe you can help fill this gap. So it's important for you to listen carefully to the picture that the person paints for you. Remember, in this position, you are not going to be giving advice. You are helping a person to come to their own advice. They are going to figure out their own solution. You are not going to tell them what their solution is. You can ask the following kinds of questions. What is happening now? Who is it happening with? When is it happening? How often is it happening? That kind of thing. And then, what is the effect or result of this? Ask them if they've already tried to take steps towards their goal. And ask them if this goal that they've discussed conflicts with any other goals. And if there's any problems that are put forward, you should always ask the question of how can we overcome these obstacles? The next step is options. And this is the fun part. What you should do is you should brainstorm ideas together. So first of all, invite suggestions from the person that you are coaching. And then you can offer ideas outside of this. Think outside of the box entirely. So here's the part where you really can have fun and give ridiculous solutions to their problems, or give really outlandish options that they can take. Because this can just be fun to just enjoy the process. And then discuss the choices that they've put forward. So consider all of the options. It's time to determine what is possible. What are the options available to them? And what are the most attractive options? So brainstorm them as many options as you possibly can. Don't be selective yet. Once all of them have been put forward, you've got maybe 6 or 7 different options, different choices to make. You can discuss them and then decide which the best ones are. You can offer suggestions as a coach. Definitely you can offer suggestions, but remember it is up to the person to come up with their own solutions, because as we've discussed a few different times throughout this course, you are more likely to to work towards a goal that you have decided on, you are more likely to follow your own solution than one that somebody else has imposed upon you. Questions you can ask are, what else could you do? What if this constraint was removed? How would this change things? What are the advantages or disadvantages of each option? And what would you need to stop or start doing to achieve this goal? And what are the obstacles that stand in your way? And then always, how can we overcome these? This is something I want you to really think about in professional skills. Any obstacle that you think you have, ask yourself, how can I be adaptable and how can I overcome these? Because so many things that we feel are outside of our control are actually within our control. And I want you to think about that, because when you realize how much power and how much control you actually do have, it's incredibly empowering to remove these obstacles from your line of sight. And the last step is the way forward. In this step, you agree on some kind of action plan. You help them make a choice, and then you help them commit to the action. You explore any obstacles and any way of getting around those obstacles. The way forward is often also called will, and the person should be in the position now of being in or having a good idea of how their goals can be achieved. That's really great. We're all dreamers. We know how to achieve our goals using crazy methods, but they need to be realistic, and we need to commit to specific actions in order to move forward. So what are you going to do? What are the next steps? This is really important. What are the actions that they are going to take in order to get there? This is incredibly motivational. This process too will definitely boost anyone's motivation. So questions that you can ask are, what will you do now? When will you do it? What could stop you from moving forward? How will you overcome this? How will you keep yourself motivated? And how often should we review the progress and actually decide on a date? So diarize the next date every month, every week. Write it in your diaries. Put a reminder on your phone so that you know you're going to meet in a week to discuss this goal, because regular meetings do often help with motivation. Here are a few tips for using this method, either with yourself. You can definitely use it on yourself. It's a good way to practice this technique. So try it on yourself with some personal issues. Write it down and just coach yourself through any issues that you might be having. Another tip is to remember to ask open questions and to actively listen. So it's really important that you listen really, really well in this process. So an open question is one that doesn't give you a yes/no answer. So if I asked you the closed question of, did that cause a problem? You could answer yes. And then that would be it. And you wouldn't get any good information from that. Okay, I kind of could have guessed that this was a problem. But an open-ended question is, what effects did that have in your life? You can't answer that with just a yes or a no. So find an issue in your school or professional life and go through it using the GROW model. Once you've done that, please get in touch with your lecturer. Send them a short email detailing the process. So to summarize, the GROW model is a 4-step process that's an incredibly useful tool in coaching sessions with team members in your professional and personal life. The GROW acronym stands for goal, reality, options or obstacles, way forward, and will. And that's it for our lecture on GROW. If you have any questions, please get in touch with your lecturers. Otherwise, see you next time.